Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby. Today we are predicting the Boks lineup to take on Ireland, who's probably going to top the group. Impressive performance by the Boks. Yesterday against Romania. After all, it is just Romania, but I still think there's a lot of good takeaways from the game. A couple of guys put their hands up, made themselves undroppable. So without any further ado, let's get into it. As always, starting off with the front row, and I've gone with the guys that was on the bench. I'm throwing them into the starting lineup. So I've got Steven Kitshoff, Bongi Mbonambi, and Frans Malherbe. The pride and trust of the team, always does the job for us. You know they are the starters. Of course, Malcolm Marx out injured, so I've got a replacement for him on the bench. But Bongi did a job. Steven Kitshoff, Frans Malherbe, to take on the back of Ireland. Of course, you know, when it comes to Ireland, you've got Tide Furlong there as well, who's absolutely brilliant. So we need our strong boys to start it off with. Of course, our guys on the bench, they could start just as well. But we have those boys, and then the Boks that are on the bench, I've got Oxenche, Trevor Nyakana, and in that 16 jersey, I've gone with Marco van Staden. Which opens up another gap on the bench, which we'll get into soon enough. Going into the locks, I've got Eben Etzebeth and Sous, Franco Mostert. Brilliant. You got the workhorse in Franco Mostert, and then Eben Etzebeth, best lock to ever do it. I say it every single video, and it deserves to be said every single video. Those are the guys to do a job for us. As you know, the locks of Ireland have been in form. When you just look at I think Tide Burn might be the top try scorer at the moment in the Rugby World Cup. So, Eben Etzebeth and Franco Mostert both got their jobs cut out for them. But I trust our boys to get us over the line in this one. Moving on to the loosies, you got Siya Kolisi, Pieter Stef de Tooy, and I've gone once again with Jasper Wiese. I think he had an absolutely brilliant game against Scotland. He was one of my standout performances. Good shout for man of the match. Of course, Duane Vermeulen, the experience and stuff. But I've got Duane Vermeulen on the bench because I just feel the way that Jasper played. He was absolutely brilliant in that first game. You can't drop him after a performance like that. And I think he's hungry to showcase his talent against the likes of Ireland. So I've got Jasper Wiese in the 8. Moving on to the back line. I've once again gone with Faf de Klerk. Now, I would have gone for Reinach. I think Reinach had an absolutely brilliant game. Of course, he scored a hat-trick. He scores a hat-trick against every second-tier nation in the Rugby World Cup. But I've gone with Faf de Klerk, and I'm also going to give Faf de Klerk the kicking duties. I don't think Faf played bad when he came on to 10. And I was a big advocate for the Faf and Mani combination not working, but it seems like they're starting to get their feet together. The combination's working a bit better together. So I've got with Faf de Klerk and then Mani Lebok in that 10 jersey. Even though Mani's kicking hasn't been up to it lately, he's just been running the show when it comes to the backline. I think he's been absolutely brilliant since he slotted into that 10 jersey. You can see the passion that he plays with, the way that he gets the backline activated. So Mani Lebok in the 10 with Faf in the 9. Moving on to the centres, I've gone with the same combo that I went with against Scotland. To be honest, I don't think Esterhuizen and Moody had too much to do against Romania. Both of them had decently quiet games. I don't think we necessarily even played the backline too many times for them to actually do something. But I mean, the trust is there in Damien de Linde and Kriel. I don't see Jotny Nobbert going for Moody or Esterhuizen in this game. This is the big one. He's going to go with the people he trusts. We trust them as well to do a job for us. So they are probably going to go with de Linde and Kriel. And both of them, to be fair, had very good games against Scotland. Moving on to the back three. And it's the same as we went against Scotland. So it's Colby on the left, Arends on the right, and I've got Willems, who seems like his first choice at the moment. And he had another good game against Romania as well in that 10 jersey though. I don't think Willie did himself any favours with having absolute bleach on his hands, just dropping everything. So I'm going with Willems as the fullback. So overall, with the first 15, it's exactly the same as Scotland. Literally one change, and that is Malcolm Marx out, Bongi Mbonambi in. Spoke Afrikaans there. Moving on to the back line, as I said, I've got Oxenche and Trevor Nyakane. Of course, Vincent Koch injured. He should have started the previous game. Stitches on the eye. No can do. Trevor Nyakane in. And then in that 16 jersey, I've got Marco van Staren. Of course, Dion Fourie had an absolutely brilliant game when he came on into that hooker position. I just think Marco van Staren's a bit bigger. You're not scrumming against Romania. Yeah, so I think he's going to get the nod in that 16 jersey. Moving on, you got RG Snyman on the bench. And I've gone with Dwayne Vermeulen. It is a 6-2 split. And then the man that can slot onto the wing or any position on the field, the man that made himself undroppable against Romania, Kwagga Smith as my 6th forward. He was absolutely brilliant. And I keep on saying this, it's only Romania, but I mean, the way he just got steals, he was a workhorse, he was insane. He was absolutely brilliant in that whole game. He was my man of the match. I know there was a couple of hat-tricks with Reinach and Mapimpi, but just the work rate and the off-the-ball work, on-the-ball work, everything that Kwagga just brings to the table. He's my first name on the team sheet, even though he goes straight to the bench. And then my final 2 on the bench, Kobus Reinach and Willie Leroux. I think it's pretty plain and simple. Let me know, do you think Nienaber and Rassie will go with this? I feel it's pretty straightforward. I think I got this one spot on. Yeah. See you next time.